Are we back? We should be back. So I don't know what happened. My jetpack just decided to stop emitting a Wi-Fi signal. It said we had connection. It said I was connected. It said my stream was still working. It still said I had 2500 bitrate going on, but it just wasn't working. Neither of my phones were getting any signal. But they said they were connected to the internet. But when you do a speed test, nothing happened. Rethink cell phone sponsorship? Because the jetpack wasn't working? It's not my phone. Burn on League of Legends was so good at kill chat. There you go. Every backpacker streamer went down at once for a moment? What? Actually? It wasn't Verizon, it was just a glitch on that thing, I think. I had to reset it. Restart it. Thought the titty slipped from last night. Gosh, man. I don't think nipple actually was exposed. Can you confirm? Was nipple exposed? I think we hit it. No nipple, exactly, it's fine. Mr. Bras are okay, right? Jay Streezy, thanks for the host. My man. Chat on my backup phone again. Assign in-state. Should be sub, then 90 should be however many moths. 90 should, yeah, that makes sense. Off camera, did you see nipple? No. I just saw her lifting up her shirt and I moved the camera away. Stream getting banned? Well, it'd probably be a 24-day ban to start, or 24-hour ban to start with. But yeah, it sucks that someone can like, you can just be going about your stream business, and some random person can be like, whoop, and you're like, well, there you go. Guess I'll see you in 24 hours, guys. I cry every time. How long have you been waiting since your last ride? I don't know. How long have I been here, guys? Mr. Nip Slip, there was no nipple. There was just a bra. Yeah, Oriel's the N-word, yeah. Streaming in College Bar. The people in there weren't even college. They were on like a business trip. It's the summer. There's not many people in college during summer. Hitch? Maybe go to Canada and hitchhike around there. I'm from Canada. I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times. I'm from Vancouver Island, British Columbia. That's my stomping grounds. By the way, you're from Toronto? Yeah. So when I finish this trip, I'm going back home to Canada. Then I'll go on another trip, but yeah. grown people that don't know how to act around a camera. It's drunk people. What do you expect? That's alcohol. Like I said about hitchhiking, I can't say I've met a bad person hitchhiking. I've met like weird people, but the worst people I've met have just been drunk at a bar. It's something about alcohol and people, they're either crazy or they're assholes. Nice first up to give them a ride. I don't take viewer rides anymore. I have in the past taken rides with people like, hey, I'm from here, you want to ride to here? And I'm like, yeah, sure, that'd be great, because that's cool for me, because I get to meet someone that watches the channel, and it helps me get to where I'm trying to go, but realistically that's not hitchhiking, so I stopped doing that quite a while ago. Hitchhike across Japan. I've hitchhiked from Fukuoka to Tokyo. It's not quite all the way across, but it's from the southern part to eastern central. Or train top? Nope. I plan on hitchhiking to Hawaii. California Todd, the guy that taught me how to hitchhike on airplanes, said he has a friend that flies a plane once every 2 weeks to Hawaii. I forget what the word he used for it, but essentially it's an empty flight. So maybe I could get on with that. He said he'd contact him. Ticket. I generally don't drink too much, and I don't like being in places where everyone's really drunk. It's not my scene. But yeah, last night was actually pretty fun. Look at that bug bite. See how much my arm goes out there? It's not supposed to do that. I'm not supposed to do that. Yeah, it's happened a few times in my life where I get some random kind of bite and it swells up like that. It gets about to this size and then it stays there for a bit, then it recedes. But it's like, man. What does that look swollen? Some kind of bug bite. Did you kill a bee on stream? Yeah, it kept flying into my head. I didn't necessarily kill it, I just swatted it. Twice. I swatted it to the ground once, it recovered, flew again, and then did the same thing, start flying into my head. I was pretty sure it's just gonna fly into my hair, get caught, get scared, and sting me. I'd rather not get a bee sting on my head. So I swatted it down again, and then it never got back up. It's deceiving. Because people don't speed up because they hit that cattle grid. They don't start speeding up until after the cattle grid. Had to first get into hitchhiking. I hated Greyhound buses, so I started hitchhiking instead. But I was an accounting finance major in college before. socks do you wear? Merino wool socks? Right now, I think they're Smart Wool. But most of my socks are Icebreaker, which is a brand of merino wool apparel. Good luck at hitchhike. Thank you, Chova. Buraz, yeah. Are you near Missoula? I don't know where Missoula is. But I have a better chance at the bottom of a ramp or on the actual highway. I don't like hitchhiking with 70, 80 mile an hour traffic. This on-ramp's serviceable enough that it'll work. I don't think the cattle grid is distracting them, no. They just drive slow until they go over it. Missoula's in the mountains, far west Montana. I'm probably heading south before that. At gas station work better? No. Like, sometimes it works really quick to ask people at gas stations. Not use a sign, but ask people. But I prefer to not put people on the spot like that. If you're just sitting there at a gas station with a sign next to you, people usually won't approach you. Like, it can work. It'll work given enough time. This is just how I like to hitchhike. Good day, Jafuli. Think about when you walk over Calgary. Driving over it's very different. All you do is drive over it. When you're walking over it, you try to not roll your ankle in it. And if you just drive straight through it, there's not really much to it. Keep your feet from getting moist. Like, I don't know. No? Like, if your feet sweat, then they're gonna get moist. It's more about how breathable your shoes are that would make that kind of sweat evaporate. Party bus was playing last night. Yeah, I did not expect that situation to happen. Stop by Missoula PMU? Yeah, I probably won't be, but if I do, on the off chance I do. Calgary. It's essentially just like on the road, it's just a bunch of metal bars with gaps in them, so if like an animal can't walk across that because they'll get their leg caught, so they don't cross that. So vehicles can go across them easily. You can probably hear them go over it, but an animal can't cross it. Where did you have sleeping last night? In my tent, in the city. In my tent in the city. Good times. What party bus? The guys that were sitting behind me at the steakhouse invited me to come back into town and drink some beers with them. It's hitchhiking illegal in the United States. 4 or 5. We're gonna call it 4. So, Idaho, Nevada, Delaware, New Jersey. Right across from your office building in Elgin. Oh. Ate at Jimmy's Char House. I don't know, like the map on there isn't like to the square meter accurate. It's kind of an estimate. I don't remember. But, no, I like, wait. Oh yeah. I did eat a steakhouse in Illinois. It was good. I liked Illinois. I went straight through it in a day, right? Yeah, because I made it to Wisconsin that day. But, Illinois was good. Nevada, prostitutes legal, hitchhiking is not. I can't explain it to you. I didn't make the law. someplace. How long does it usually take? Average wait time of 950 rides is 30 minutes, but it can take anywhere from 0 minutes to 8.5 hours in my experience. It's the longest I've waited. After finishing all 50, go back to Canada for a little bit, plan another trip, go on another trip. How many states have you been to pre-hitchhiking? Last fall I hitchhiked through upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, Massachusetts on my way to Boston. And then when I was a kid, I went through Washington, Oregon, California. Parents drove down to California, or down to Disneyland. Sort of, that is. 8? Is that 8? I don't know. State's the best, nicest people. They're nice everywhere. I find people in general just a little bit nicer and more welcoming in smaller towns. But that's a generalization. You'll find plenty of very nice people in cities. Ever considered South America? I'd like to at some point. I don't have any plans to yet. Thanks for updating Instagram. We did it. What states are hitchhiking is illegal? How to get through them? Well, my goal is to go through all 50 states. I got picked up in Maryland and driven straight through Delaware and New Jersey. Those are 2 of the illegal states, Delaware and New Jersey, straight to Staten Island, New York. So that was nice. So I got to knock those 2 off without having to figure out any kind of weirdness. And now I've got Idaho and Nevada. So the legality focuses kind of around soliciting from a roadway. And I have hitchhiked on 5 airplanes. I think potentially if I get to a nice municipal airport, I'd be able to hitch a flight out of the state. Are rest days still 1? Yeah, 1 ride today. You missed DC though? I went to DC. Is that a joke? I went to DC. Went there with Clutch Frog. Another RV. Looks like we've got kids' bikes on the back, so that's not going to happen. Lewis Jr. has 750 Twitch followers, hasn't even started to count yet. I don't think we told him his Twitch name. So I don't know how he'd have 750 Twitch followers now. Now, Prospect, whatever his name was, something, anyway, he had like 500 followers just from our pickup. Age are most likely? Most common would be a middle-aged or older guy just driving by himself, like the last ride. But you'll get all ages, all genders, all races, all economic and social classes. Bungle Clap, yeah. That's the one. But then they started a new account. They sent me a message with their new Twitch account, and I'm like, but you had 500 followers on the one that you had before. picked up by a transgender person? I don't know. That's the thing about that. I don't know. Don't know how you had the guts to get in the car with the guy that said he could kill you. He didn't say that. He said if I tried anything, he'd kill me. There's a very, very big difference between I'm going to kill you, but between that and if you try anything, if you try to steal from me, you try to do anything to me, then I'll kill you. Very, very clear difference. The second one, the latter one, being the if you're going to do anything, I'll kill you, is just setting the ground rules. Being very clear that they're not going to take any crap. There's such a big difference between those two things. Oh. You have a gun? No, I'm from Canada. Moved up out there. If I was with that, I'll fucking kill you. Again, it's not I'll fucking kill you. It's if you try anything, I'll fucking kill you. There's a very big difference. Canadians have guns too, but do you think I'm just gonna carry a moose hunting rifle with me around hitchhiking? Ever asked you to pay them? Before I get in a ride, I've had people pull over and be like, hey, can you help out? And then it's up to my own decision if I want to do that or not. Truck stop and said you could ride in the back. Would you decline? I don't want to ride in the bed of a truck on the interstate. If that's what you're talking about, like the bed of a truck? Yeah, he's unlimited data hotspot, Bongo. Verizon. But through a third party. Yeah, got a worse rep from the guy that just told him to get in. He said no thanks. Yeah. If you pull over, I'm like, hey, how's your day going? And you're like, just get the fuck in. No, I don't want to anymore. The other guy was setting ground rules. He's like, yeah, I can give you a ride, but just don't try anything. That's fine. That's fine. You can tell me what not to do. That's fine. Don't tell me what to do. If you're picking me up hitchhiking and you're like, do this. No, I am absolutely not going to do this. If you're like, hey, I'm going to pick you up, but don't do this. Okay, that makes sense. There's a big difference. Guy said he had to kill you. Nice. Otherwise, he was very nice. We actually got along really well. He's a very nice guy. We actually got along really well. And then we were actually talking about potentially hanging out at some point, but then I continued on the next day. Any special plans for to make it to Alaska and Hawaii? Not yet. Do you use number to hang out later? No, but we're, I think I have on Instagram or maybe? I have it on Instagram? Anyway. That dude behind you stopped. I just looked behind me. Also, I can see what you guys can see. What's the weather like? It's sunny and then smoky. getting smoke from California. So it's kind of high, feels like high overcast with the smoke. Does it smell smoky? Maybe a little bit. Just a view of the road. Down the other hitchhiker, I haven't seen him since he walked underneath the overpass there. That smoke, yeah. It's California. Sunny, don't say. Well, I don't know the temperature. You tell me. I'm not good at picking it out. Probably 80. Something about those bites, do they feel hot? No, they're fine. Just itchy. Nova Show, thanks for paying tiny bit of attention to you. Question gets me, but you're one of the things that distract me. Well, I'm glad the stream does something to help you out. I'm glad it does. Most drivers not look at you when your thumb is up. Yeah, I'm gonna say at least half of them don't acknowledge your existence and they just drive past. But you know, a third or so people will like give you a wave or something like that. Consider it rude if a sub dropped in on you. If they come by and they say hi, then that's fine. I don't mind. I like meeting people. They can just stop by quickly because I have to keep hitchhiking. But I don't mind people coming by and saying hi. I just don't want rides. A hitchhike, if you have a small thumb? No, you're banned from hitchhiking. Your thumb has to be at least 2 inches long? I don't know. Carson Benzo started the help whilst bothering you. It's not that bad. It's just itchy, like any other bite would be. Do they flip you off? It'll happen once every few days to a week or so. So I just see in Northern Canada on the way to Alaska. Yeah, I'm not sure what I'm doing for Alaska or not. Streaming in Northern Canada and those rural places is going to be very difficult, if not impossible. It'll work in towns, but Canadian data is also very expensive. But outside of that, it won't work that well. Burger brought you a burger meal. I'm not hungry right now though. If you'll give me food, then it's just gonna fester sitting here. But I'm not hungry. But that's like very nice. I just don't know what to do with it. It's gonna be longer than 8.5 hours. I appreciate the optimism. Water? I have water. So I should drink some water. Oh. Wait, no. Backpack dude's here. Now he's at the top of the off-ramp. And he's putting his bag down. He must be panhandling. When people get off the interstate now. One stop. Came to Hong Kong in this trip? I've been to Hong Kong. It wasn't on this trip. It was last fall. I was there for like 2 days. sometimes solo pop will be harder. This ramp is like not super busy, but it's definitely busy enough. Compared to that one in Arkansas, we had 20 cars in 4 hours. We're probably averaging a car a minute, or just over that. Just over a car a minute, which isn't bad, 60 an hour. Take a ride from a ferry? Maybe, I think that'd be kind of funny. 100% of our reviews I picked up in quality content. That's true. Well, I marry you so you can come to Canada. No. I have to save myself from marriage to the one. To the one. Just kidding. I don't. I won't. Airdron Dagger, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch Hackers. Thanks for the support. Thank you, thank you. It's hot there, probably low 80s. It's not too bad, and there's a little bit of a breeze. Just a wee breeze. It's been the worst state. Yeah, nothing stood out as too bad. I didn't like the single police officer I met in Massachusetts, though. Soured my experience. Turtle Ape, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch Hikers. Thanks for the support. Welcome. Heather Lee, welcome to the Twitch Hikers. Thank you for subscribing. I did that backwards. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch Hikers. Thanks for the support. Watson didn't write a very good script today. Well, the first ride was decent. And we had angry restaurant lady too. When you wash your laundry? Infrequently, but I did 2 days ago. Yeah, let's drink some water. This could be a tough spot for a ride. We'll get a ride eventually. Not concerned. You missed the best part yesterday? 8-bit. Check out the VOD. It was fun. I told you they look like Dominic Cruz, UFC fighter? I feel like someone said that before. I mostly get Nev from Catfish. Did you camp last night? Yes, I did. I did camp. It was an okay spot. It wasn't the best in the world. And I got up extra early because close to civilization. You have a hangover at all? I don't think really. I just felt really tired and a little drunk. So I guess maybe a little hungover. I didn't get that much sleep. Cameron Bozeman? Yeah, I did. Uber an auto mod word? Probably. What's the oldest person you can pick that by? I don't know. 80s, probably 90s. Ever been to Banff? If so, how is it? Banff's awesome. Yeah, I've been there before. I lived in Calgary for a year, so I went there a few times at that point. Nice handwriting. It looks good. The sign. Thank you, Crystal Cleans. Appreciate that. I try to make my signs look nice. I've had a few people pick me up and be like, wow, you got a nice sign. Okay, maybe not like that. They're like, I'm asking them why they picked me up, and they're like, yeah, your sign was nice. I'm like, yes. Meal deal on the road? Wendy's 4 for 4. Oh wait, Snickers. Wendy's and Snickers sponsor me. Are we doing any rides? We got one ride so far. 1 30-mile ride. We're waiting for number 2. Hopefully this one will take me to Butte, and then we'll continue on. We haven't had Snickers in a while. Yeah, it's been a couple days. Montana Highlights RV. Yeah, that wasn't in Montana. That was in Wyoming. Baby. I don't really like smoky skies. It makes everything just bright. Ever hitchhiked to Galapagos Islands? Not yet. We'll work on it. We'll work on it. What's your next date? What, maybe... What would it be if I go down 90 to 15? Is that 150 miles or something like that? Or more? 200 miles? I don't know. Ever eat a burrito? Yes. I had one this morning. really difficult and they try hitching to all U.S. territories next, that would be difficult because they're like island nations. Like Hawaii's gonna be difficult. Puerto Rico and stuff would be even more difficult. Pretty much that is. Love to go sometime. It's really nice. Now I haven't been to, like, I've been to one mountain range, but what I really like is mountains. So the western parts are the nicest. Oh, greatest place you've been down the strip? Probably just the West Coast Highway, Highway 101 and 1. There's a lot of really beautiful places on there, and I love being next to the ocean. Ever go off track to visit cool places you're close to? The thing is, I'm on foot or I'm hitchhiking, so like I kind of go where the road takes me. I usually don't like, I usually not, I want to go here, and I do everything I can to go here. I kind of just go wherever. Twitch got a shirt with Am's live stream on, you might have more luck. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I need to get a Twitch purple shirt made of merino wool. Can't be wearing cotton. Cotton sucks. Ever tried to rob you? Nope. Nope. It's been pretty, pretty chill. No robs. Only been murdered 3 times. It's pretty easy. Yeah, merino wool ain't cheap. Kind of wool. Merino, M-E-R-I-N-O. Contact with cool people you meet. Yeah, we exchange contact info and try to stay in contact a bit. I'm bad at doing it, but I do. The longest hitchhiking ride in my life was 3,400 kilometers or 2,200 miles from Deep River, Ontario to Lake Louise, Alberta. Those are in Canada. Over 3.5 days. Alright. Decent wait time so far. I don't think it should take too long, like, traffic's not fast, it's not also not that slow. Been on much worse ramps than this. Been on much worse ramps than this. How much did it actually cost to buy those dude shots last night? $40. $5 a shot, time 8. Start walking now. Legality is questionable, and I don't like hitchhiking on the interstate itself. So no. $5 shot for Fireball? Yep. I expected.
If a bus full of women stopped and asked you to be the oil before the bikini competition, would you do it? Like, sure, because that'd be funny, but... Let's see why not. I mean, Simon Butte to I-15 this time works just fine. It's worked since Sioux Falls. Just a bit of a slower on-ramp, it'll work just fine. Give it some time.
This is what hitchhiking is sometimes. You gotta wait. You gotta be patient. You can't be patient and persevere, then you're gonna hate this. A tiny folding chair. That would be kind of nice. Maybe at some point in the future I'll invest. For slow on-ramps, it'd be nice to just rip out the chair and be like, whoop, rather than squatting the whole time. Are shoes comfortable after this long? Yep. Never seen a UFO? No, I haven't. Talked to Joseph and River about that one.
Joseph has been abducted 6 times. And River just once, but they fixed his knee for him. I went to Nebraska. Yeah, I drove right through it. And the shirt I'm wearing on Amazon? What was it? Icebreaker Oasis 200 weight base layer. Wait for Rise, your favorite parts of all this? Yeah, it's when my viewership is the most too, because people see a thumbnail of me hitchhiking, and they'll come in here and be like, will anyone pick him up? Who knows? Let's wait and find out. Surprised they want to take the scenic route through Yellowstone. Probably won't have any signal. Probably won't have a live stream that exists through there. Did you get in contact with Jessica Smith last night? Had a perfect window. No, she was way too drunk anyway. If someone's barely drunk enough to stand up, then they're too drunk. Longest you have to wait for a ride, 8.5 hours at Fort Nelson, BC. Will it's ever become depressing? No, like the longer the wait, the more I'm just like determined to catch a ride. So we had a 6.5 hour wait in Tennessee on this trip, and like the longer it went, I'm just like, no, I'm gonna keep going. I'm gonna keep going. Well, you've been waiting an hour plus now. Time for that, I'm not a sign. No, hey, I've retired that sign. Just a bite. They're Great Falls, don't know where that is. Long you wait the closer to get a ride? Sure. Have you taken any medication for that bite? No, it's fine. I've had bites like this before. Then you go back down. If it got to a certain point, then I'll treat it, but it's not to a point where I'm worried about it at all. It's more just like, huh, there you go. Getting back motorcycle. No, I had one motorcycle pull over for me once in Wyoming, but
We couldn't figure out how to get the backpack situation figured. You go to Great Falls? I don't think so. Whereabouts in Montana are you? Just west of not Billings. I forget the other place. I forget. What bit you? I don't know. Bozeman. Yeah, that's it. Carniva. Thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch Hackers. Thanks for the support. I've only been hitchhiking 4 years. This trip has been 114 days though. Yeah, I haven't even told people where I've been so far in my hitchhiking career yet today. I've only done it once. If you're new here and you're wondering where I've hitchhiked before this trip, I've hitchhiked across Canada 4 times, and I've hitchhiked through Ireland, Wales, England, Scotland, North Sweden, Denmark, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium, Luxembourg, France, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, Austria, Slovenia, Croatia, Poland, Lithuania, Latvia, Russia, Japan, Australia, and the United States of America. Specific cities you plan to hit when you go on a trip? Play it by ear, play it by ear. I don't make plans really. Why do you decide to hitchhike? I hate Greyhound buses. Do you only count the days you're streaming? No, I count all days because it's just the length of the trip. So I took a day off 2 days ago, I still counted that day. Did you drive before all this? I sell outdoor gear and apparel. Is that in order? Yes, it is. I was in Luxembourg. I pretty much hitched a ride straight through it. I didn't stop and really smell the roses. Belgium, a pretty small country, could probably hitchhike in a day or two. How long was I there? I went to Antwerp, then Liège, and then hitchhiked through Luxembourg into France. I wasn't there for that long. When you hitchhiked South America? I don't know. Maybe at some point. Don't have any plans yet. First time hitchhiking across the USA? Last fall I hitchhiked through upstate New York, Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and Massachusetts on my way to Boston. So I hitchhiked the Northeast before. But yeah, it's my first extensive trip in the US, I guess. The ground bus is enough, you should have bought a car. I had a car. I started hitchhiking even with the car. My car wasn't set up to do Coquihalla Summit in winter, so I took a Greyhound bus over the winter months to get to the coast rather than drive my car. And it was cheaper. It was going to like Vancouver to take the bus than to drive my car and find a place to park it in Vancouver and stuff like that. Now, Liechtenstein? Yeah, I've been to Liechtenstein. I hitched a ride in partway and walked like a significant chunk of it, and then hitched a ride to the Austrian border. I've been waiting an hour and a half maybe. Derby when you're in England? I don't think so. I went up the M6 north through the Lakes District and then into Edinburgh and then north through Scotland. Because I went through Wales, then England, and Scotland. You guys yesterday ever out with lesbians? Yep. Back in Manhattan? No, I'm past Manhattan and somewhere else. Like another 10, 12, 15 miles past Manhattan. Been to Philly yet? No, I didn't go to Philadelphia. I went through Pennsylvania, but not Philly.
fifth wheel, probably not gonna pick me up. The breakfast lady, Mrs. Money, she was just a rude dude. Didn't want the filming, but just addressed it in a really weird way. Ever hitchhiked in Finland? That's a country in Europe I have not done yet. I'd like to. Take a car every 1 every 5 minutes. I feel like that's a bit of an exaggeration on Gap, but yeah, it's not the fastest route. Feel hungover all this morning. I feel tired. I didn't sleep that much. Odd, a city boy doesn't like a big city? Since when am I a city boy? Are you talking about me? I'm from Comox. It's a town. It's got like 15,000 people. Researched when you started tuning in when Bone Kings hosted you on day 25 Grand Junction about 10:30 a.m. I remember that host. I remember that was a very slow on ramp. That was a very slow on ramp. But we got a ride, and then we lost connection because we went through like some cool like ravine almost area. Didn't work for the cell reception very well. Why didn't you sleep that much? I camped in the city pretty much, and I had to get out really early because I was camped in the city, and the closer I am to civilization, the earlier I get up. I hitch left. Kelowna has over 100,000 population. I went to college there. I grew up on Vancouver Island in the Comox Valley. I am aware that Kelowna is a city. Where are you trying to go? All 50 states. Been to 45. 5 more to go. I'm the other guy with the backpack. He's panhandling on the off-ramp. The language differences could be the most difficulties. Russia. It's the most noteworthy one. Japan too. Hey, it's like, can I be you when you grow up? Sure. Hour 40 minutes now? Nice. Hour 40. Is it the most diverse friends list? Yeah, I've like got a, you know, people that I know pretty, or from hitchhiking all over the world. Think you're still going east? What? What? Okay, west, I mean, yeah. Like, where did you get east from? Battery charging situation. Yeah. One sec. I've got a 22,000 milliamp hour battery, a 20,000 milliamp hour battery, a 12,000 milliamp hour battery, a 10,000 milliamp hour battery, and a 4,000 milliamp hour battery, and that can keep me going for about 3 days. External batteries. They work. Look like it's really tough for me to tell. far away. Just wearing a red shirt, red t-shirt, and a baseball cap. He's on a different ramp than me. The people he's interacting with are leaving the interstate. The people I'm dealing with are joining the interstate, so we're separate. Low power, how much is your bag weigh? 50 to 60 pounds, depending on food and water. Lunch break about then, no rides? Well, we had one ride today, but yeah, we've been here for an hour 45 or something like that. Noise sounds like an airport or something. There's like a bakery or something like that. There's these big like stacks of things. I don't know what they're doing though. That Panhandle is live streaming too? I doubt it. I kind of doubt it. Ghost stories for us? Nope. Never experienced anything supernatural, and I camp outside in the woods in the middle of nowhere in cemeteries before. So, never experienced anything like that. Have you ever picked you up? Yeah, they have historically between towns, but I stopped doing that because I don't think that's hitchhiking, and this is Hitchhiking America. But I will still accept them if it's just like around town. We're just like hanging out, driving around. They show me around the city. Enrage! Welcome. Well, thank you for subscribing. Welcome to the Twitch Hikers. Thanks for the support. Believe in ghosts? Not really. Panhandling on Twitch? Someone's gonna do it eventually. Markar, yeah, 1K viewers. Yeah. Hey Rage, thanks for keeping me awake during your work/study. Hey, thank you very much. Glad you enjoy it. I'm guessing on in the background as you work and study. People already do that? Do they actually? Do people go outside and they like panhandle and they stream it? Scary situation. The shooting incident in Arkansas, or people that are just scary drivers. Unless you waited at a stop to get picked up 8.5 hours. Okay, people, what, stand in the middle of nowhere by Cal Yard. Impressive. There you go. There you go. Any unusual hitchhiking stories? I think everyone's favorite is the spaghetti story, which is the Hitch Live Easter egg story. I don't tell it, but it's in a VOD somewhere. I've told it once. Eric Webb, thanks for the host. Thank you very much. Everyone from Eric Webb, welcome to Hitch Live, where we hitchhike, and I stream that live. Right now we're hitchhiking west down Interstate 90 towards Butte, Montana, and then going down Interstate 15 south to Idaho. I'm trying to go through all 50 states, been to 45 so far. Been by any more spiders lately? Not spiders, but I got this bite here. You see that bump in my arm? It's a swollen bite of some sort. I don't think it's a spider. It's just, I've had this in Canada too. Every once in a while I get a bite by something and it'll swell up like that. It must be some specific something that occasionally bites, but I don't get bit that often, and it just swells up like crazy. Is the spaghetti story a farce? No, it's a thing. 7 hours of daylight left. Hopefully we'll get a ride by then. If not, I'm sure there's camping around here. It is getting worse, Trev. I think it's fine. Gonna eat in Butte. I haven't got a ride yet. Love this Scott on this amazing good luck, my dude. Thank you very much for getting twitchy.
How many rides I ride today? 1 ride today. Take care of that. It's fine. I've had these bites before. You should hitchhike in the UK. I already did. I hitchhiked through Wales and Scotland back in 2015, and Orkney Islands, Shetland Islands. What do you do for a living? Well, now I live stream on Twitch. But before that, I sold outdoor gear and apparel, stuff to keep you comfortable outside. Another 1 ride. Been here all right. Yeah, we're an hour 50 or something like that, close to 2 hours on this spot. Which states are missing? Idaho, Utah, Nevada, Hawaii, Alaska. You're from the UK, hitchhiking isn't a thing, how dangerous there? It works fine. Works just fine in the UK. It works just fine pretty much everywhere. Almost every country I go to, people are like, oh, people aren't going to pick you up here. Hitchhiking isn't a thing here. People don't pick up hitchhikers. People don't hitchhike here. But it works the same everywhere pretty much. The spider didn't lay egg in your arm? I think I'd be able to tell. Doesn't look like a spider egg laying situation. You mean the Waffle House? Yeah, and they wouldn't let me stream in there, so I'm never going back. The food was decent though. They just comped my meal because they made me turn off my stream, which was nice of them. But I still tipped the waiter quite a bit because it was the manager that told me I couldn't stream. Remember all the towns and cities you've been to? No, I don't. I've been to a lot of places, but I'll forget the names of the towns and cities. Wait, do you want to start hitchhiking? My dislike for the Greyhound bus? I was 19 when I started doing it. Canoe, Seattle to Alaska. That would be a rough canoe ride. Last night? Yeah, that was an interesting one. It's funny how things play out sometimes. That's not what I expected the evening to be like. About hitching the Alcan Highway to get to Alaska. It's the most logical way to get there. Excuse me. Ooh, Bumblebee. What you doing there? Why did you land there? That doesn't make sense. Just don't sting me. What's on your backpack? What do you mean? Cardboard? Solar panel? Truckers don't have the time stop? No, they mostly don't stop because they're not allowed to. Most trucking companies can't pick up hitchhikers. But yeah, they don't like stopping once they're moving. Stuff you pack. Tent, sleeping bag, sleeping pad, a couple changes of clothes. I only carry 1 pair of pants though, and 2 shirts that I wear on a day-to-day basis. A towel, charging equipment, lots of big batteries, rain jacket, rain pants, fleece sweater, down jacket, a couple little snacks. Headlamp, TP, very important. Emergency blanket. Is that a sign? Atlanta? No, it's Wichita. Everything's a
sponsorships? Yeah, I think it'd be funny if I had a bunch of like sponsorships on my shirt. But maybe you want to start hitchhiking? My dislike for the Greyhound bus. I took the bus semi-regularly and I hated it. One time I hitchhiked instead, got picked up in 20 minutes, and they drove me right to my friend's like front door on Vancouver Island from central British Columbia, which is a long trip, including a ferry ride. And since then I've been hitchhiking. We're from originally Vancouver Island, Comox Valley. Security blanket, safe, well no, it's an emergency blanket. It's like aluminum foil blanket. Should like my down sleeping bag get 100% wet out, down doesn't insulate well once it gets wet and it's cold, then I'll use the emergency blanket to help reflect the heat back at me. The next time you'll stream camping, like time I was get shot. I stream camping when I have a place I know camping is 100% above board. I usually free camp. I can't stream that. Arm ever get sore? Yeah, if it's like 100% steady traffic and you don't get a break to ever take your arm down, then yeah, your arm will get sore. Niagara Falls ever been? Yep. It's the only place I've ever won anything of any kind of substance. I won a Nintendo Wii when they first came out at the arcade there on the Stacker game. Ever been to Africa? I've been to South Africa, Johannesburg, but I don't count it because I just transited through the Johannesburg airport. Gonna hitchhike for the rest of your life? No, I'm not. I'll be retiring within the next few years. Stop pulling out Snickers bar instead of a thumb. I like my thumb. Ooh, baby. See all your clips, all the women trying to show you that there's just one girl. Is there a command for display, sir? No, it's longer than a minute, so it doesn't clip really. It's just saved as a VOD. Hitchhiked in Finland? No, I didn't. Need for food? I hitchhike from town to town, so usually around civilization, so you just get food wherever you want to. How long since the last hitch? We've been here about 2 hours now. Hell of a mobile data plan. Yeah, unlimited, unthrottled Verizon data. Slinks, it's 150 bucks, but yeah. Unlimited, unthrottled. Eastern Europe. When I do a larger European trip, Eastern Europe would be part of that. You know the outdoor gear shop, Versdelica? No, I don't know that. Where are they based out of? Is it last night up, or do you gotta edit it when you get home? What? What are you asking? What are you asking? Patience is legendary? Yeah, if you're gonna hitchhike, you gotta be patient. You guys get a lot more frustrated and wound up than I do about wait times. How many rides we got today? 1. I would consider doing the Raj Patel dating show here on Twitch. I've never seen that. Like, maybe. I just don't even know what it really is. I've heard of it. Hours at a truck stop. I'm on an on-ramp to the interstate. Sweetness LL surplus army stuff. I have used surplus army stuff. It's heavy, but it's good stuff. I have a military surplus Gore-Tex bivy bag with Woodlands camo, which is pretty fun. That's what I use to get overlay notifications, Streamlabs. Longest I've waited for a hitch, 8.5 hours. Heading north of Fort Nelson, BC. Taking more place in your bag. Camping stuff is the biggest. My sleeping pad's pretty compact. Sleeping bag is in the middle of it. 10, yeah. Takes a bit of space. Have you had any accidents while hitchhiking? No. Okay, roll toilet paper. Yep, I do. Still in Montana? Absolutely. How much sunscreen do you go through? I don't know. I put it on every morning. But I have like a fairly large container, and I've had that since Texas. Heard most mills are backpack suck though. Uncomfortable. I believe that. I haven't tried one before. Did you wear yourself before you left? No, I didn't. Stream with Stream Labs app? Yeah, I do. I'm Mitch. Hey man, I appreciate you. Keep up the beautiful vibes. Hey, thank you, Spaceman Spliff. Thanks. Need Jessica with you? Should they stop? Need Emily back here. We would have been picked up by now if Emily was here. 100%. Favorite brand of outdoor gear? Any suggestions for country camping stuff? That's tough. Like, I like Mountain Hardwear, Marvin, Arc'teryx for apparel, but it's overpriced. What do I like? I do like Osprey backpacks, pretty full featured. It's quite often not the lightest option out there, but they're nice. Yeah. Got inspired the movie Into the Wild? Nope. Star Chris Canlis? No. Not particularly. I only saw the movie, but like when I saw it, to me it looked like he was trying to escape civilization, where I'm trying to get more involved with it, meet people from all over the place, get brought into their culture. Sort of why you decided to quit pursuit of accounting finance hurts. You're in a dead-end accounting firm. Yeah. I don't know. Accounting can be a lucrative career, and it can be a rewarding career, and a lot of people enjoy it. I just didn't want to do that at that point in time in my life. But I'm not going to tell anyone to not do it. I'm trying to stay really your birthday. No, it's not. Seriously, need to go to the washroom or camping. How do you do it? What do you think we did before we had toilets? You just go. You dig a hole, you go there, and then you always bring TP with you. On up Strive up. Yeah, it's pretty slow. We'll get a ride. Our hitchhiking panhandler is on the move. He's now walking across the bridge to the other side. We'd known for like 5 minutes, and then we got like 4 cars in a row. How would you hitchhike to Hawaii and Alaska? Well, Alaska's really simple. You just go for Canada. Hawaii's more difficult. I've got contacts in the aviation industry from the other airplane hitchhiking I've done, and I'm contacting them to see if they have any ideas for